Hello, Fit Nation. This is Dr. Mike. For those of you who are not aware, or just to repeat for everyone who is, here at Functionised, we're now going to be doing some weekly mini podcasts, where as opposed to having me, the mad scientist Shante, only doing one broad, multi-topic podcast a week, which we're still going to continue to do, we're each going to have our own little mini podcasts that only going to delve into one topic a little briefly for you guys so you can get a little tidbit of some good functionized knowledge. So what we're going to talk about today is pretty much getting fit for winter weather, especially up here in the north and around the Colts Neck, New Jersey area. Pretty much every other day for half the year, we're at least some way threatened with some sort of winter weather. We'll never really know necessarily if it's going to be ice, sleet, foot of snow, half an inch of snow, but we usually just assume something's on its way. Like as we speak, I can actually hear and see some hail coming down, so that's going to be fun for later for all of us up here. But what it really wants to bring into is one of the most intense activities that some of us have to go through during the winter, which is, once we accumulate all the snow, is getting rid of it. It's an obligation we're all used to, but it can get quite intense, and unfortunately, a lot of people get injured from it. There's over 10,000 cases of emergency room visits every season in the north just for people from shoveling snow. The three most common injuries we're talking is things from slips and falls, broken bones at its worst, but more commonly, like scrapes, bursitis, ligament strains, things of that nature. The other two major ones is low back pain and then actually heart attacks, which is unfortunately very common. But we'll get into things to help prevent those basically right now. So, for anyone who has gone out there to shovel snow for 5 minutes, an hour plus, it's work. It can be, at its most refined, if you do it properly, it's still very good, very intense exercise, which brings up to the first prevention thing for all injuries, especially the heart attack case, is make sure that you are cleared by a competent medical professional to do intense exercise. That's the most common issue that people seem to skip over. That causes them to get hurt. Even for people who are used to exercising on a regular basis, everyone is aware that when you change your workout routine, you do a different movement, you add more weight, you do it for a longer period of time, your body has to adapt. So we're much more likely to get sore, longer recovery, a little bit more injury prone. So again, even those who are daily gym rats that go out there and they really put it to it every day, they're not usually used to accustomed doing snow shoveling movements in the gym, let alone, for a couple hundred repetitions. So I guess just being generally in shape is one of your best ways to prevent any injuries. Also, pace yourself. Because again, it doesn't take long for this to be a strong workout, especially if you're at all predisposed to any cardiovascular events, or if you've had histories of back pain or certain injuries, especially the shoulder. Excuse me. You just have to be a little bit more wary of it. So treat it like a workout. Best thing I recommend is warming up, doing some sort of a dynamic warm-up. Even if it's just things like doing some body squats, a couple of push-ups, wall push-ups, something just to get blood flow to the area. So when you walk out into the freezing cold, your muscles are at least warm. It's always a good way to start with it. I also recommend, wearing layers. As dumb as it may sound at first, is be careful not to overheat. People have been known to faint or have overheating symptoms even when you're out there in the cold. It's the main benefit to wearing layers is that you can take a few off once you start warming up. And it's highly encouraged. But then when we get to, let's talk more musculoskeletal injuries. Again, low back pain is the most common one. A lot of people fear having low back pain after shoveling. Which, let's touch that real quickly mentally, is you cannot go into an activity and being afraid or expecting to get injured. That does increase the odds of some sort of negative outcome. So just do everything you need to prevent. Go out there, get your work done, and have a good time with it. So as far as form goes, we all know there's a specific form to it. A lot of us even started out correctly. But again, like any sort of exercise, when you start getting tired, fatigued, or just kind of frustrated and done with it, form tends to go, which, again, unfortunately, that's really what predisposes us to injuries. So everyone knows to lift with their legs, keep the back straight, keep your core engaged, and avoid any twisting motions when possible. So though that's the ideal form for lifting and shoveling snow, I'm going to throw another counter out there and say try not to lift or shovel snow. When able to, push the snow. Honestly, there's plenty of those shovels out there where with a longer handle where you can push down and you can just push layers. No reason, if you have a foot of snow to do the whole thing at once, do it lightly, but just push them off into different piles instead of needing to constantly engage basically your entire body to lift up and move the snow as many times as you need to. Again, there are going to be times you need to. For when you do, when you want to keep the loads on the shovel light. Couple more trips is going to be better, slow you down than just loading up a little too much on one and then regretting it. Second thing is when you do actually have to lift it, that's fine. Instead of throwing it over your shoulder, face forward where you want to toss and just heave it forward. It's a lot safer on your shoulders, a lot safer on the back, less effort involved in general. So, highly recommended. Keep it simple. If you're all gung-ho and you're like, I want to get the best workout available, gonna go shovel some snow, still do it, in an intelligent manner. It will work, trust me. It can easily get your heart rate up to the 80-90%, which brings us back to take breaks. It's really the best thing I can recommend. Other than, just getting a couple other buddies so they can do it with you, is slow it down. The snow is going to keep coming many times. So don't worry, it'll be there. Just go in there and get it done. So just as a little wrap up, again, if I haven't emphasized enough, things to do is, again, warm up, wear layers, don't overheat, feel free to take layers off when you need to. Again, pace yourself, take some breaks, focus on your form. Watch out for ice and other obstacles, because that's the best way to avoid the whole slipping and falling, other than making sure that you have decent grip on your footwear. And then also find some way to enjoy it. If it's going to be something you have to do, make it as pleasurable as possible. Go ahead, blare some music, put in the headphones, go out there and just slam it out, get it done. And then probably one of the most important parts is afterwards, go treat yourself, have some biodynamic wine, relax, hang out, listen to some of your favorite podcasts from Functionised. And while you're on that note, feel free, if you guys ever have any comments, questions, clarifications, ideas of topics for us to go ahead and rant and rave about in the best way possible, please send us a line. You can reach us pretty easily at Functionised on Instagram or Facebook. You can check out our website at www.functionized.com. And if you really want to help us out, please leave an honest 5-star review. Again, as always, it just helps us get our word out, can get us more ideas out to more people, and make it a more enjoyable and educational experience for everybody. So, expect to start seeing a lot more of these little mini podcasts from me, Jim the Med Scientist, and Shantae throughout all the weeks to come. And, hopefully you enjoy them just as much as the larger doses that will get you ready for, all excited for the big podcast we have at the beginning or end of each week. So until next time, Fit Nation, Dr. Mike is out. Stay warm, stay safe, have fun.